Hey guys, before I start this video, I just want to give a big shout out to Arsenal's Gaming. Today's tournament, we had 17 players for the event, and they gave out not one but two ultimate box for first and second. Huge shout out to them. They're a really great store. I highly recommend if you live in Ventura County, show up to Arsenal. Their tournaments are huge. They break up so much prizes. It's phenomenal. And if you don't have to drive all the way to the core to get the same amount of prizing. So if you really like good prizing and you really like good people, because we're a really friendly community in Dragon Ball, then show up to Arsenal Gaming on Tuesdays. We start around like 6 to 7 p.m. depending on how many people show up. So I run the tournaments, and hopefully you guys will show up in the future events that happens at Arsenal. They're going to open up a new shop in Ventura as well. So there's a little advertisement for Arsenal. They're going to open up a new shop in Ventura, and it's going to be the third comic book store in Ventura. So they're going to be competing with two other ones, but that's besides the point. Yeah, huge shout out to them. Show up. Arsenal's great. Peace. Here with the deck profile with you guys. This is going to be also a locals challenge as well. I decided to take a leader that has been under the radar for quite some time since Mega Frieza format. So I decided to dig the grave and pull out the coffin. I decided to play definitely one of my favorite leaders back when set 2 was released. It was one of my favorite leaders because of his ability to untap 2 blue energies whenever he attacks, and he swings for 20k. The reason why he fell under the radar, I believe, was because of Mega Frieza. Normally, because of the dominance with that deck and the ability to push out so many strong battle cards so early on the game, Soul Striker had to take a backseat to SJ3. So now I dug the grave, and then I'm excited to play this later. Set 2, I really played this unique version of Soul Striker during Set 2's release, and it helped me get the ARG States Championship map. And this is what on all my videos I had that map played out with the top 8 on it. So this is the same leader I used to get that specific playmat, and I used this almost the exact same variant of this deck for today's tournament. Unfortunately, I got X2, but it was out of 5 rounds, so I did pretty well, I think, with a leader that was older, on the older side, and it doesn't draw when it attacks the leader; it untaps an energy. So different type of values that it gets from attacking, rather than the generic draw card when it attacks the leader. So pretty cool deck, and it also draws 2 when it awakens. So I really do miss leaders that draw 2 when they awaken. So I'm going to show you some of the cards I played. This is I call it the Vegito deck, mainly because this is my favorite card in the game still, and it still is to this day. Vegito here saves the day. This card is really good because when it does attack and you have 4 or less, you draw 2 cards, and he's hitting for double strike, and he gets the plus 10 attack, so he's hitting for 30k for 4 energy. Really cool card. I made this deck to be very combo-y, so you could like combo Unyielding Trunks and then untap energy. There's a lot of ways to untap energy with the leader, and then in this deck specifically. I also play a new card that came out of set 4, and that's going to be Raging Energy Blast Gotenks. This card is amazing. It's a 4-cost Mighty Mask card, and you play it, and when you play it, he has critical, and after you tag with him, you can sack him to search for any unyielding trunks, or basically any youth trunks, and any Go 10 cards. So it's a +1, and on top of that, he untaps 2 energy. So basically, you're playing him only for 2 energy in the net aspect of it. You play him for 4, and then when you sack him, he untaps 2 energy. So there's a lot of plays that you can do on turn 4 with this specific deck, because there's so much plays you can do. And assuming that you're awakened, you can even untap 2 energy when you attack with your leader. This is definitely one of my favorite decks, even now to this day. I'm hoping to take it to nationals once I improve it, but the design is very, very flawless. I also play the new Vegito because it's a blue leader. You have to play this card just so you could survive the long game, and you need to at least survive the turn 4. With the flute format, you need to be able to find any ways, means necessary to last until turn 4 at least to do well. I also play Jiren just because of Annalisa. She's running around crazy. Annalisa will fall victim to Jiren. There's a lot of active mode cards that you want to take out, so I play Jiren as well. And then I'm playing the new Gohan. I took out the ability Unleash Gohan to play this guy, but after testing or playing today, I think I want to play ability Unleash now, just because I want to draw the extra card, and he only works if I have 4 of those. So they both do nearly the same thing, but if I have more than 4 cards in my hand, I kind of want to have ability Unleash. So later on, I'll probably take two out for ability Unleash. We'll see. This is a fetchable Go 10 to play as well. Mighty Mass. So I play Mighty Mass, and I also play the Raging Attacker Go 10. So these 2 cards here allow me to fetch my Trunks and my Go 10. The Go 10 I do play, another one is Link to the Future. Only because it has synergy with this. You can ditch a card to lower down your hand down to 4 or less to get this out of your deck, and then you can attack with Vegito or any Forecast or Gohan, and then draw 2 cards. So I revolve around having 4 cards in my hand at all times. So it's a nifty deck. To counter the meta, since it is a heavy Vegito format, I play Yajirobe, just 2, just so that when they attack with Vegito, I could just block it and kill it, just because it has barrier and stuff. So it prevents them from having a 20k leader. So definitely cool side deck card maybe in the best out of 3, but I decided to main board this card just because it has outs to other. It's a very cheap card, it only costs 2, and it's a main out to a lot of cards or answers to this deck. So I wanted to have some sort of answer in this format for things. And then of course I play 4 Whis, just because this deck doesn't have that much negates, and so Whis is one of the best negates still to this day. What else do I play? I also play Unbreakable. I'll have the deck list of it next segment so you guys can see. And then one of these, just so I can finish off my opponent when they have a rest Gohan or a Trunks, so that I can deal 2 damage to them. Okay. And then to awaken, I don't have much cards like awaken, but I play at all costs Vegeta. Very nifty card because you can take 2 damage or 2 cards out of your weapon out of your hand, and then he either snipes a card, and he has triple strike, and he also gets 3k for each energy. So at 5 energy, he's a 35k attacker, which is really useful against Annalisa, because you want stuff that are naturally big without comboing to kill Annalisa. So you don't have to deal with it. So this was my deck. In the next segment, you'll see my my deck list, and then after that, I'm going to show you guys the matches I had, and maybe you can find a little niche or find any mistakes I made throughout the tournament. So still one of my favorite decks in this game, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Peace out.
The shadow to my light, did you feel us? Another star, you fade away. Afraid our aim is out of sight. Wanna see us alive. Where are you now? At unseen, unseen. Where are you now? The voices running wild inside me.
gets around the next corner. So. You never know what's around the next corner. So.